We are live. Hello, everybody. Um, while I get some people in here, I just want to welcome everybody to the channel. I am grateful for your love and support. I know that a lot of you love Sleep Token and are tuning in to all the Sleep Token reactions. And I'm grateful for you all because you have shared some excellent feedback. And today, I just want to take a look at the Take Me Back to Eden lyrics. So I'm going to be jumping from one screen to another. Actually, I'm going to look up the lyrics on my phone so I don't have to be switching back and forth. But I want to take a moment to thank you all so much for joining. If you are watching this, we are live right now, unless you're watching this after, which case we're not. Say hello in the live chat so I know who you are and where you're watching from. While I look up these lyrics, we're looking up a Sleep Token Take Me Back to Eden lyrics. Here it is. We're not going to play the audio because I don't want copyright infringement, negative stuff. Hi, Erica, sitting in the other room. Thanks so much for your love and support. So we're going to look at some of these lyrics, and we're not going to listen to the audio because I do not want YouTube to shut this down. So yeah, here we are. Metal Mike. This is Metal Mike from Florida. Welcome to the live chat. We're gonna take a look at the lyrics. Maybe you can help me out, make some sense of these lyrics, because Vessel is he's a poet. He's a poet, and so some of this stuff might make sense. Other stuff may not make sense, but we'll make sense of it as we go along. The first lyric is "I dream in phosphorescence." Is that like phosphorus? Isn't that like a light, right? Like luminant, like light, right? He's the closest thing to a genius. Yes, he is. It says, "I dream in phosphorescence, bleed through spaces, bleed through spaces." I love that. I always point out that there's a space that they work with, and they're very good about filling in those spaces with sound, right? So he said he bleeds through spaces. See you drifting past the fog, but no one told you where to go. See you drifting past the fog. So the person he's speaking to is going through the fog and going past it, but no one told that person where to go. So they're just wandering, right? We dive through crystal waters. I love this part. Um, we dive through crystal waters, perfect oceans, right? When we think about crystal waters, is like I just picture like you can see all the reefs and all the animals, the little creatures that exist in the water. But it's clean, right? It's fresh water, and the ocean is perfect. It says, but no one told me not to breathe. That's the part that kind of gets me. Metal Mike says he dreams very vividly. Yes. Um, no one told him not to breathe. So like he's like entranced, right? He's like in a new world, just seeing the perfection of this world, of this new world, and oops, no one told him not to breathe, right? So now he's drowning, and it says now the weightlessness recedes. So to recede is to pull back, right? And the weightlessness. So he was weightless at first, and then all of a sudden he's not. He feels very heavy, right? And very probably drowning. This is one of my favorite lines here. It says, my, those eyes like fire. So he's mesmerized by a fire in this person's eyes. And it says, I'm a winged insect. You're a funeral pyre. Not papyr. I stuttered there a little bit, but you're a funeral pyre. I'm a winged insect. You're a funeral pyre. It's like, okay, I'm a moth and I'm just drawn to your fire, right? I don't know why moths do that. They just like the light. They're like, and they follow the light and then poof, they're gone. So he knows that he's gonna die if he goes into her. It says, "Come now, bite through these wires." So he's tied up, maybe, right? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'm awaking hell, and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of a pathway higher. What does that mean? Somebody help me out with this because I'm not I'm not sure I follow. So reset my patient violence. So he has a violence that's patient, right? And he reset it along both lines of a pathway higher. So is this like saying like he reset his violence so he can take a higher path? Is that it? Metal Mike says it feels like this is a bad relationship without a doubt. Yeah, for sure. Right, for sure. Something that's probably killing him. So he reset his patient violence along both lines to go to take a higher path. That's how I'm taking that. If anybody else has a different take on that, let me know in the comment section or in the live chat if you're here. I see 4 people on here now. So please, if you haven't already, introduce yourself so we can have a conversation. I want you all in on this conversation. Um, it says, "I will travel far beyond the path of reason." Beyond the path of reason. That's kind of dangerous because it means that if he's beyond the path of reason, what what is he using past beyond that point to um, to determine whether or not something is safe or whether something is smart, whether something is risky or something's dangerous. How do you, if you go beyond that path of reason, how do you make sense of the world? Is there something else that we use? Is there another tool that humans use beyond that? And then it says, "Take me back to Eden, take me back to Eden, take me back to Eden." And how I take that is he wants to go right back to the beginning, right? When we think of Eden, we think of like, I don't know if this is what he's referencing, but we think like biblically, um, Adam and Eve, right? They were in Eden, everything was perfect. So take me back to perfection, take me back to where there was no death, there was no darkness, right? Everything was perfect. And then he says, "Well, yeah, I spit blood when I wake up." That's not good. That ain't good. Don't do that. You should get that checked. Sink porcelain stained, choking up brain matter and makeup. Just 2 days since the mainframe went down, and I'm still messed up. What's the mainframe here? Like his his mind? The mainframe or the mainframe, as in like the relationship, maybe? Room feels like a meat freezer, so it's cold. I dangle in it like cold cuts. I dangle in it like cold cuts. Missed calls, answered phones from people I just don't trust. Mirror talk, fake love. That's a lot here. Missed calls, answered phones from people I just don't trust. So there's a lack of trust here. Mirror talk. We all have had mirror talk. I remember mirror talk when I was a kid. Your mom scolds you and then, or hits you. If you had that kind of mom, and then you're mad, but you don't want to say anything to her. So you look in the mirror and you're just like saying everything you want to say to that person in the mirror because they're not here, right? So you're directing your anger at yourself, basically, at your reflection. But I'll take a pound of your flesh before you take a piece of my pay stub. Oh, okay. So, white roses, black doves. I've never seen a black dove. Do they exist? We'll look it up. White roses, black doves, Godmother, rise up. I need you to see me for what I have become. What have you become now, Vessel? What have you become? And then it repeats the chorus. My, those eyes like fire. I'm a winged insect. You're a funeral pyre. Come now, bite through these wires. I'm awaking hell. Is that supposed to be awaking, like awakening, or he is a comma or space waking hell, and the gods grow tired. Reset my patient violence along both lines of pathway higher. Grow back your sharpest teeth. You know my desire. Was that on the last time? No, that wasn't on there. Oh yeah, it was. We skipped that part. Grow back your sharpest teeth. You know my desire. So does that mean that he's stuck on this person? Um, that he's stuck with her and he likes her bite, figuratively and maybe literally as well. And then it says, I guess it goes to show, does it not, that we've no idea what we've got until we lose it. That's for sure. That's for sure. If anybody out there can um, resonate with this, let me know. We've all been there, right? Where we don't know what we have until it's gone. And no amount of love will keep it around. Well, no amount of love will keep it around. That's true. If a person doesn't want to be with you, then no amount of love, nothing you do, nothing you say, nothing you express will ever keep that person around. They're meant to. They're meant to go. And then it says, if we don't choose it, oh no amount of love will keep it around if we don't choose it. And I don't know what's got its teeth in me. So there you go again, teeth biting, right back at it again. Um, Teeth in me, but I'm about to bite back in anger. No amount of self-sought fury will bring back the glory of innocence. Hmm, that's a mouthful. So let's read that again. I don't know what has it. I don't know what's got its teeth in me. So something has them. Just grab a hold of him, by the, you know, bit on him, and it says, "But I'm about to bite back in anger." Can you imagine like a dog bites you, and then you're so angry you bite it back, right? So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this sounds like someone who is trying to hold back from reacting, right? They're trying to respond to the situation. And he's saying, look, if my anger gets me to the point, I am going to bite. I'm going to bite back. And then it says, no amount of self sought fury will bring back the glory of innocence. So the glory of, so innocence has been lost. Innocence left. It's gone. And then he says that no amount of self-sought fury. So no matter how angry he gets, it's not gonna, it's not the way, it's not the path to bring back the innocence of what they once had. At least that's how I'm taking it. And then it repeats this. It repeats the chorus again. It says, I have traveled far beyond the path of reason. Take me back to Eden. Take me back to Eden. So what I'm getting here, yeah, it sounds like it was a bad relationship. It was a relationship that where he felt like he was drowning. It was a relationship where he was drawn to her light, and it ended up burning him. It is a it is a relationship where they were probably fighting a lot, and then um, to a certain degree, they kind of, feed off of that, the high that comes with those arguments, right? But there is a choice. There's always here in these lyrics, there's a choice. It says, that you can't keep something that you don't choose to keep. If you really wanted to keep something, if you really wanted to keep someone, you would make the choices that will lead you to keeping that person. And it also depends on the other person. If the other person doesn't want to stay with you, then there's no amount of love that you can show to that person that will make them stay. Sometimes just some relationships do not work. They were never meant to work. You want to force them to work, but they don't. At least that's what I'm taking from this. So whatever vessel went through to write this, we feel you, man. We feel you. I really wish that we could play the song, but I'm just gonna probably go back and listen to it um, privately. You listen to it privately and let me know what you think. Um, I want to jump on here every once in a while and do a few lives to talk about these lyrics and see what you all think about it. But I really would like all of you to join me so that we can make it a conversation, because right now it's just me reading it, it's just me interpreting it my way. But it's very helpful to not only have take your interpretations in the live chat, but to talk about them and then have everybody feedback. Um, oh, everybody give some feedback. It helps. It helps out a lot because maybe you lived something like this, and you can share your experience with what how these lyrics resonate with you, and that's always fun. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that it's fun that you failed at a relationship, but it's fun to talk about lyrics because we feel like the artist really understands us, and to a certain degree we can understand each other. So I want to say thank you all so much for joining me on this little quick little live. About to end it, but before I end it, I just want to mention that memberships to the channel are now available if you are interested in treating me to a taco or a burrito or a delicious burrito. consider becoming a member, a YouTube member, or a Patreon partner. The links are in the bottom, down in the description down below, to the Patreon at least, or you just click that join button down below and get access to some extra stuff if you're interested. What it will do is it'll help support this channel, and it'll keep more of these videos coming, and hopefully I can spend a little bit more time making them for you, because these videos are real fun. They're a lot of fun for me. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in our next adventure. Oh, by the way, I've got some playthroughs by 2 coming in the next few days, so stay tuned for those. Bye bye.